I do have a question this week, and it is from Pariah Ronan over on YouTube, and he asked why the pilot wears a red uniform on the Enterprise. And I had to do a little bit of poking around and just kind of like digging around through my memory. And in season 1 of The Next Generation, I don't think they had their colors quite set yet, and I think Geordi was still in yellow when he was either a helmsman or a navigator. Lieutenant Kyle on the original series, after he becomes English, I assume there's a transporter accident between now and then, he was in both the command and ops program, and he wore a red shirt. He was the transporter chief, but he also acted as helmsman. So my assumption is her background was in operations, but her passion is piloting.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of reminds me of like a pilot in the military can, as an officer, but they could have gone to school for a myriad things other than anything to do with being a pilot.
Yeah. Well, and it's like Spock was first officer, but he was not in the command program. He was in the sciences. So I don't think it's as cut and dry as, oh, you're a navigator or a helmsman, you have to wear gold.
No, I don't think so either.
So that's what I'm going with. And Pariah, I hope that answers your question. Oh, yeah. The other thing I was thinking, though, is that she's also a weapons officer, which would be in red for operations. The helmsmen, not only do they handle like attitude, altitude, and that sort of thing, but they also fire the weapons. So that, I think, would put her in a red shirt as well, if that was the background she had.
Yeah, I think I don't have any explanation other than just like guesses.
Yeah. Well, no, it's a guess, because I did go and look some things up, and I was just like, there's no reason, but there's also no reason not to. Besides, like, that's just what people are used to. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into the episode here, shall we? On Vulcan, Spock arrives at a ritual site for the Kunut Kalifi, where he takes the mallet and strikes the ritual gong. Bell ringers begin ringing their bells, and T'Pring declares she will not marry a human after pointing out that his ears are round and his hair is floofy. She invokes the Kalifi, the ritual duel to the death, and a fully human Spock must fight a fully Vulcan Spock, while Gerald Freed's battle music from TOS Amok Time plays in the background. And I was kind of right there. I was like, oh, this is just awesome. The set was great.
Yeah.
Everything looked beautiful, and it looked like if TOS had a budget, like this is what we would have seen. And then the use of the music, I was like, that's just amazing. Spock awakes in his quarters aboard the USS Enterprise and feels his ears to make sure they are still pointed. He plans to spend most of his day with his fiancée T'Pring, and his ears look faker than my granddad's wings. Not so much in the mirror, which is where you really should focus, but for some reason I was focusing on the back of his ear and they just look plastic.
Yeah, I've noticed that a couple times. If you really look close at his ears, they don't look great. Well, I won't say they don't look great. They don't look natural. Yeah,
and that's just high def is what that is. We're used to watching shows the size of a postage stamp with a really smeary screen,